What's up, everybody? I am Ryan Whedon, founder and CEO of Masters of Balayage and certified high performance coach. Today, I'm bringing you something awesome. We're going to talk about making our dreams come to life, making them a reality. And the only way we can do that is by setting goals. And how do we set goals? Well, there's so many different ways out there. And in my honest opinion, the best way to set goals is the way that actually gets you to take action, to move toward and accomplish your goals. So try everything and see what works. Whatever works, keep doing more of that. Right now, today, we're gonna talk about one of the most classic examples of how to set goals, except we're gonna take it a step further. That's why we've got the fancy different colors down here. You may have heard of SMART goals, and it's an acronym, S-M-A-R-T, yes. I'm real smart here doing the goals, right? Smarter. I have the pressure of doing video and spelling at the same time. Don't even get me started with math, okay? But now we're gonna take it a step farther. We're gonna add the ER because it's more of an updated approach to your SMART goal setting. Now, let's just get started here because this is very self-explanatory. Once we get going, grab a pen, grab a paper, save this video so you can come back to it later. You've got some goals, you've got some dreams, and I want to help you make them happen, right? Sooner than later is usually the case where we want, right? So Smarter Goal Setting 101, S. The S in the acronym SMARTER is, you might know this one, specific. You have to know what you want. You have to know, like, pretty specifically, like, okay, what do I want to accomplish? Write it down. You gotta be specific or else you're just shooting off into space without any real direction. If you get in your car and you don't have a destination, where are you gonna go? Who knows, right? You're just gonna drive and drive and drive, and that's only good if you got kids in the car and they're asleep, right? You just keep driving until they wake up so that they don't become little punks when they wake up, right? But what we're doing here is we gotta be specific. We gotta get in that car, we gotta plug in our GPS destination so that we know how to get there. We put it on autopilot, more or less. M. M is for measurable. Measurable means this is something that we need to be able to actually set milestones for. We gotta know that we are actually making progress toward our goals. Let's take working out, for example. Let's take, like every guy at some point in their life probably wants bigger muscles, right? We wanna lift heavier weights. Now it's a lot different. Now I just wanna make sure I get up without hurting my back, right? Off of the chair. But when I was younger, I would want to lift heavier weights, probably to impress certain people, you know. But what I was gonna do is, like, if I didn't know what I was lifting or what my goal was, let's say I wanted to bench press a certain number. Let's just say I wanted to bench press 150 pounds, okay? And right now I'm bench pressing 90 pounds. To make progress, I need to know, okay, well, what did I do last workout? Oh, last workout I got up to 100. Okay, write that down. You have to measure where your progress is going so that you know if you are actually making progress. If you're trying to lose weight, the same thing. You need to get a scale. You need to look at that scale so you know, am I losing weight? Am I getting to where I want to go? Now, don't get obsessed with it and work out so much that you're pushing too much weight and then you injure yourself, or you're weighing yourself so much that it's driving you crazy, but measure it periodically, maybe once a week, depending on what you're doing. It's always good to do that and check in. A is achievable. It's gotta be something that you can believe that's gonna happen, that you could possibly achieve, right? We wanna make sure we put ourselves, that our goals outside of our comfort zone. We don't want to something that, like, something that just doesn't excite us. It's got to excite us, but also there's got to be a glimmer of hope, especially with our big pipe dreams. For instance, if I wanted to say, like, I want to go to the moon, right? I want to put my feet on the moon. In my head, does that ring true? No. But for somebody else, it might. For somebody that has studied astrophysics, for somebody that studies rocket science, for somebody that has applied to be an astronaut, somebody that has billions of dollars and can build their own rockets. Yes, okay, now it's more achievable. Maybe you know somebody in the space program that can give you a way in, and then maybe sometime in your life it is a possibility. Okay, then you can maybe think this could possibly be achievable, and then start to maybe work backwards on, like, okay, how can I start to make progress toward that? And then, of course, going back to the measurable, how can I measure that I'm actually getting closer to putting my feet on the moon, right? But it's gotta be achievable. The R, relevant. Relevant, is it in alignment with my core principles? Is it in alignment with where I'm going in life, who I want to be, who I want to be around? Is going to the moon something that's going to be relevant to me, even if it's got to make sense, right? It's got to be relevant to my situation. For me to just put all my eggs in the moon basket and just do that, it would take all of my time, all my effort to study all these things, go back to school, and then I'd be 150 years old, never see my kids. It's just not in alignment with who I want to be and where I want to go in my life. I like doing the videos and I like teaching you stuff, and so this is more my speed. All right, going to T here. T is time bound. Time bound. We gotta set some goals, like in some dates. When do we want this to happen by? Let's go, I want to lose 10 pounds. Okay, great. I don't want to say like I want to lose 10 pounds by Friday. That's not very realistic. It's not very achievable. I could lose all my water weight, but that's not the kind of pounds I wanted to lose. If I wanted to shred down or something like that, then okay, let's give myself a time-bound goal. Let's say by summertime, I want to make some improvement. Anybody that's tried to gain muscle or lose weight, make big health changes, probably knows it's not an overnight thing. It takes time, it takes repetition, it takes eating healthy. There's so many different elements that go into it. So let's give ourselves a realistic time frame, but something that is also exciting. It's depending on what season it is. Summer's less than a year away, pretty much always. So maybe summer's your goal. If summer's tomorrow, then maybe that's not the best goal to aim for, but just say I want to look good in a bathing suit by summer, or whatever your goal is. Whatever's measurable, that could be measurable. You can take photos every week of yourself, and as embarrassing and as crappy you might feel looking at those photos sometimes, at least you'll be able to see progress that you're making. So time bound. The only thing about time bound is if you don't hit the date that you wanted to lose the weight by, gain the weight by, make the money by, launch the course by, don't beat yourself up. We have to have grace. This is just to get us going, to give us momentum moving in that direction so that we can start to make things happen. And then if we're making progress, even if we didn't reach our goals, you know what? Progress is momentum. Keep going. Now we're getting to the ER here. This used to be the SMART method, and it was done, right? That was it. You just go no holds barred toward your goals, toward your dreams. But people have taken it a step farther now. Now we've got the E, and this all makes sense. Evaluated. Your goals change over time as we change and evolve ourselves, right? I'm not the same person I was when I was 20. I know some people that are older and haven't changed since 20, but we know those kind of people. A lot of us that are in the growth mindset, we don't want to be living in that same kind of in that kind of nostalgia, in that past. We want to grow, we want to expand, we want to evolve. So it's important that we evolve our goals as well. My goals for my 20s aren't the same goals I have now. So whatever goals we have set, it's good that we reevaluate, whether it's every 6 months, every year, every couple of years. It's important that we do the work to make sure that we're still in alignment, moving forward toward these goals that are in the direction of the future that we want to live in the messages we want to give out. Now, the last one here is reviewed. These kind of go hand in hand, but it's important that we review our goals periodically. And it doesn't have to be just at the end of the year when it's New Year's resolution time. That's such a trap. It's important to make sure that you're in alignment with your goals all year long. If you're looking at this on January 1st, okay, and you decide I want some goals, and that just happens to be when everybody else is setting goals and everybody else is flooding the gyms, that's fine. But if it's March 30th, or if it's September on a Friday and you're like, I want to start now, don't wait for Monday, don't wait for the next month, don't wait for the first of the month. Just get started wherever you're at. Start the smarter goal setting plan. If you've never done it before, this is a great way to get started. So make your goals specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, time-bound, evaluated, reviewed, and I can't wait to watch you crush your goals.